Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Haba, Nick, or Haba, and I'm bringing you a brand new video here today. And in this one, I don't know what we're gonna be making, but you could tell by the title, I figured it out, or that's what we made. But before we get into this, I just wanted to say happy holidays. No matter what you celebrate, I hope you get to spend time with family or friends or just people you care about. Because that's what this time's all about. I also hope you're setting goals for next year in whatever aspect you want to improve on, whether that's music or maybe it's sports or any other aspect of your life that you just want to get better. This year is the year to do it. Don't wait. We're going to have an amazing year. I've got a lot of big goals that I'd like to achieve, and it's going to be a grind year. And I hope you guys are all excited for all the amazing things I have to come over here on this channel. With all that said, thank you so much for all the support recently. We are almost to 250 subscribers, which is half of 500 and a tenth of 2,500. But yeah, so with all that said, we're just gonna hop straight into the video. So today we are going to pull up a piano, and for this one we're actually gonna use Contact. So I'm gonna pull up the Maverick piano here. Ignore all this errors going on over here. I moved all my sound banks to a different location on my drive, and Contact didn't like that, so I'm gonna have to fix that later on. All right, so I've got the Maverick pulled up here. I'm just gonna lower my BPM down to 122, and I'm gonna start with chords. So we're in the F minor scale here, and yeah, I'm just gonna go like that and that. I like that. So I like this progression, so I'm just gonna make triads here. And you do that by skipping every other note in the scale, and you can see which notes are in the scale because they're highlighted light gray. You do that by going over here, going to scale highlighting, and you can right click whatever note you want, and that'll make you in that scale, and you can right click whatever scale you want, or you can left click it and that'll get rid of the menu. But yeah, so let's hear what these triads sound like. Yeah, so I like that progression. Nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna grab my bottom notes here and I'm gonna pitch them down. We're gonna see what 2 octaves sound like. I'm just gonna do 1 octave. You do that by pressing Control down, down arrow key when you have the notes highlighted. So now I'm gonna add the 4th note of the chord here. I like that. And for this one, I added the 4th note, and then this one I dropped it down a half step, and I just like the vibe that brings. So now I'm gonna highlight these G sharp and G4 notes. I'm gonna shift click and drag them, and then I'm gonna throw them up an octave to see if I like that. Yeah, so I think that sounds really good. I'm also gonna lower their velocities. And now I'm gonna highlight all my notes except my very bottom notes, and I'm gonna press Alt S to strumize these. And that's just gonna humanize them a bit. And now I'm gonna start on a top melody. So I'm gonna swap my thing here over to half step and just start cooking up. So I like this melody. I'm just gonna pitch the whole thing down a couple semitones. So now I'm in the D sharp minor scale. I'm gonna just highlight that really quick. And I'm gonna press Alt R to randomize all my velocities. And I'm gonna drop them just a touch. And I like this melody, so I'm gonna duplicate it over. And then there's a trick I've been doing recently. I'm sure you guys have noticed. But I've been coming in here and really adjusting my chords on the second half and kind of letting that be the difference. So I just like doing like little cuts into each chord. Just something like that. I think it sounds really good. And I'm also gonna take this second half of the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna pitch them up 7 semitones. I'm just gonna fix that note because it got out of the scale. But yeah, I like this. So now I'm gonna add some effects to this. Just gonna make this a little softer. Then I'm gonna throw it on the mixer. First off, I'm gonna throw some RC20 on it. And I'm gonna go to vinyl 3 and turn off the noise, turn down the distortion, EQ out some of the lows. And then I'm gonna grab some Valhalla Verb, turn up the low cut, and turn down this mix amount quite a bit. I think you guys can see that. But yeah, I think that's making the piano sound really good. So now that we have that, I'm gonna kind of just let the piano do all the heavy lifting in terms of this melody. So now I'm gonna open up Prince, and I'm gonna look for kind of like a pad, and all I'm gonna do is grab my low notes here. Sorry for this noise. It is not the final noise. But I'm just gonna duplicate that over. Okay, I actually think that sounds really cool. So I guess that is my final noise. So I'm gonna duplicate it again, and then I don't know. I'm just gonna go through more presets. So I like this candle glow pad. So now I'm just gonna throw all these on the mixer. So what I'm gonna do to this pad is I'm gonna throw Pan Man on it. And I like doing this with trippy noises like this. I'm gonna turn down the width a touch, turn up the rate, and click this little button. That'll make it go from left to right, or right to left. Turn up the smoothing. Now it's panning a touch. Not a ton, but a little bit. I like that. And for this one, I'm gonna add some wider. And this is a free plugin. I highly recommend it to everyone. But I like this for a melody. I'm just gonna grab a sub bass. And if you've seen me use a sub bass before, you know my go-to. It's a really popular one. And that's for good reason, because it sounds really good. But the Growler Moog bass out of Omnisphere, and then I just highlight. I just grab my root notes down here, and I'm gonna pitch it up until it sounds good. So I'm gonna do something like that. Nothing crazy, but it sounds nice. So now that I have this, I'm just gonna level these noises out really quick, and now I'm gonna start adding drums. But first, I always do this. Gotta throw my pattern on the playlist. So just a basic clap pattern. Now I'm gonna grab a hi-hat. I'm gonna come in here and turn up the out knob just a touch. Now I'm gonna come on the piano roll and make some rolls and stuff. Super basic hi-hat pattern, but I really like it. I think it sounds good. So now I'm gonna grab an 808. So I'm gonna mute my sub bass while I lay down this pattern. So once again, just following my root notes. So I'm gonna add this roll thing here because I like it. I think it sounds good, but other than that, it's a pretty basic pattern. And this allows the artist to do whatever they want with it. Gives them a wide variety. So I'm gonna add a crash, add a basic open hat. I'm gonna grab a rack kick to layer my 808 with. Turn down the volume a touch. I think that's a nice snare pattern. Except for on this part, I'm gonna add this little rim just for a little extra bounce. And I'm gonna try out something on this piano melody. So I think this beat's done. I'm just gonna mix out my drums and then lay this bad boy out. So I got it all mixed out. So now I'm gonna just lay out the beat. And then I'll break it down for you guys after that, and you can get going on with your day. All right, so I'm done with this beat. I got it totally laid out. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown. So I started it off with the piano and the sub bass, and then it's gonna jump into all the drums except the 808, and I kept the sub bass for the first 8 of the hook. You can hear, you know, it's progressing, everything. And then it's gonna drop into the second 8 of the hook, and I drop out the sub bass and the kick, but I bring in the 808 to kind of fill the gap there. And then after this 8 of the hook, it is going to drop into the verse, and I cut a little hi-hat here, and then I bring in I made unique my piano pattern here, and you just do that by clicking this little piano button and clicking make unique. And I eliminated my top melody, so it's just the chords for the whole verse, and that'll give some variety, so it's not that same piano melody over and over and over. It keeps it interesting, and it allows the artist to do whatever because they're not fighting with that melody at all. So first 8 of the verse, I added this little break, and then I left the hi-hat out until that clap hits. I think it gives a nice touch. And then I made a little hi-hat cut here and there on the second 8 of the verse, and that's just to keep the drums interesting. I like doing little stuff like that in the arrangement because it's just nice little ear candy for the listener to pick up on. And yeah, and then it's gonna drop out into the bridge, and I bring back the piano melody for the bridge. In the second 8 of the bridge, I bring in everything except the 808 and the kick and the 2 pads, and then that's just gonna lead us right back into the hook. But yeah, that's the arrangement for the beat. This beat's done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed by leaving a like, and subscribe to stick around. I'm continuing consistent uploads all of 2022, hopefully all of forever. But this is your boy Haba, Nick, or Nahaba, and I'm out. Peace.